So here we are. We must allow fathers who are distant to participate in bringing up their children. All right, everybody agree with that?
Yes.
All right. Understand that they're going to be shouting around in the house and going to grow up with the shouting. If you have a habit of cussing your pitney, understand that is what you're teaching them and that is what they're going to do. So you must shape your family's culture. And you shape the culture by what? By your habits. Habits include action and what you say. Yes? So it's very important. So, children need unconditional love and emotional support. Sure that you check it out, not just assume say them a tell lie. It's the worst thing, you know, because that child will remember that how believe them and how support them. You have to talk with them and listen to them. Don't be shouting at them first. Because you start shouting, them just lock up, they not talk to you. You know they have a gang named Fatherless Crew. Yes. Think about that. And that is one of the main problems. I remember at the Ministry of Education after I left Arden, and they needed somebody down at Tarrant High School, you know Tarrant? Yes. And they needed to get a principal, but they needed some time to get one because they fired the last one. And let me tell you, when I went to that school, it was my university. Because I learned one other part of Jamaica and the realities of that part of Jamaica. Yes? That the boys, when they're small enough and just come to high school, the parents, they will think that by the time they reach third form, and note when children reach third form, so they start act up because they change, right? All the hormones and everything tick in, and the boys start to act up. Many of them, the family kick them out. Yes? They kick them out, or live with an auntie or a cousin. And they end, you know what, end up because they needed to have a sense of belonging. What happened to them? Tell me. They joined the gangs because they need to have a sense of identity and a sense of belonging. I want you to think about that. Think about that. That is what happened. What are there? Even if the father is not along with the mother, he can still be involved. See, there even distant fathers can stay positively involved, right? We would love, and God's order is that you have two parents, mother, father, married in a family. But in our context, we know that will always happen. But if the father of the child can be involved in the child's life, even if they're not living with the mother, it makes a big difference in terms of, the research show that girls whose father not involved with them, they get pregnant easily, get turned promiscuous, have sex with different or much boy. You will see them turning teenager, and when they turn a teenager, the body develops, the hormones kick off, they feel attracted to boys and whatever. If the mother has to guide them, but if the father is there to help them, it will be much more difficult for them to go off like that. You hear me tell you? We have to fill up their love tank. So when we have to correct them, then if we don't draw out everything out of the love tank, something leave. Right? Understand? Right. So we need to give our children structure and boundaries. Yeah? You and them can sit down, and decide, okay, if I say that you are not to go out at a certain time, and you go out at a certain time, what are the consequences? And you and them can agree now. Our son now, he used to write, give us contracts as to what we are to do when he does this and do that. Him sit down and write it, he's quite a character, right? But you can decide with them. You are to come home by such, and the bigger ones, of course, come home by such and such a time, and if you don't come home what are the consequences? Both of you agree, yes? So when you have to implement the discipline, they can't vex with you. Because both of you agree, no sir? Of course, that's why you have to do it. Also, if you as a family decide that we're not going to eat together even one day, by the way, you have to try to do that. Even if you don't have a dining table, sit down with each other, even once a week, Sunday most time, and eat together and talk about what happened. You understand? You have to make that a part of your family what? What is the word? Me not hear the word. You have to make that, remember I tell you that you have to develop a family, what? Culture is a C, family culture. So part of the family culture is that even once a week you sit down together as a family and eat together and talk together. Yes? So you're going to eat together, talk together, watch show together. Yes, and make sure, by the way, whenever watch show is something that you approve of. Hello? Alright, 22:6. I know you know it. Train, say it with me. Train. Not depart from it. Train up a child in the way they must go, and when he or she is old, they will not depart from it. And you know what? Sometimes they go off the track after you train them, but you know when they get a little older, them head come back and they realize and then go back to do what is right. Have you seen that? Yes. I see that in my family. So my parents, my father was a pastor, and my mother was a serious prayer warrior. And there were 6 of us, right? So in our family, it's like 3 are on one side, Christians dedicated, 3 on the other side give pure trouble. Give pure trouble. But you know what happened? Today, all of us are serving the Lord. Amen. All of us in the church serving the Lord because train up a child in the way. You see when trouble hit you and you look back on your parents' life and say, but that's how them used to be. I need to start behaving like that. 2 of my sisters, when things are going, they said, Mama and Daddy would not want us to do that. And then the 2 get the most trouble, you know. But they will declare. And they live abroad and they have to make sure, we have to make sure that Mama and Daddy grave look right. You get somebody clean it up and fix it up, and they're very particular. And they will tell you what Mama and Daddy stand for. Train up a child when the way they should go and when they're old. But you know what is important? With my parents, they live their life. They never only talk the talk. They walk the walk. That's right. And I always say to parents that children are like video cameras. They follow you, send them to Sunday school. We see some of them come in Sunday school. So that something is going to embed in their spirits. Even the little boys that will give us pure trouble. One day it will stick. You understand? And one hand can't clap, you can't do it alone. You need help. You need a community and you need a church. I want you to practice, you can't do it here without time, to bless your child. Write a word or words of blessing to your child. Things like, I believe in you. Yes? You are blessed by God. I love you. How many of you ever tell your children say you love them? Tell them. When I was at Toronto, I had a parenting session, and I had the children there, and I said to the parents, I said, children, stand up with your parents. And I said, parents, hug your child. People afraid because they have never, ever hugged their child. Don't let that be among you. Even if you never get it yourself when you're growing up, break it. Break is a curse. Break it. And pray God to give you the grace and the strength and hug your pitney when you go home. Yeah? Whether they're big or not, that's right. You understand? It's very important. Say to them, I will be here for you. Make them know that you are supportive. Say to them, I forgive. Yes? You know, I'm going to tell you a story. So when I was at Arden, we had a student and he came to Arden 6th form from Vauxhall and did the Welland CXC, so he came to 6th form from Vauxhall. And he came from a very poor background. And his mother came to me and she said, Mrs. Tyson, I don't have the money. You can make me make porridge. You can make me sell the porridge in canteen. And we give her the permission. And that's how she raised the money to pay for her son. You know, this son, bright boy, son went to UWI, and you have people who help him buy a laptop and everything. And then he applied for one of the top scholarships in the world called the Rhodes Scholarship. He won the Rhodes Scholarship and went to Oxford University in England. You understand? That mother sell porridge. Yes? So don't think that you don't have money and therefore you can't, don't give up. And you have here, we are Christian Life Fellowship. You are part of us. Come talk to the people, talk to us. And whatever help you can get, what we can give, we will give. Next thing, last thing, well, not the last thing, but it's going to be the last. With the education, please send them to school. When I was at Toronto, it used to amaze me. The people them not come to school, and when exam time, then dress up in a new uniform and bag and everything, come to school. Where they going to write? Because they never come to school, but it was a culture. You see, don't make no sense? Send your child to school. Go talk to the teacher, guidance counselor. If you having a problem with the money, make sure you sign up on PATH. Some people so proud they don't want to sign up on the PATH program. Here by your spirit. And Lord, I pray that by your spirit you will be ministering now to their hearts. Lord, in the areas, Lord, where they have been following your pattern, Lord, I pray that you confirm to them, God, that they have been doing well. And Lord, in the areas where they need to improve, I pray that you will cause them to know that your grace is available to them. That they can do, oh God, those things that you want them to do as a parent. I pray now for those even parents who need to go home and say to their children, I am sorry for this or that. Give them the grace to be able to do that, oh God. Help them not to be afraid or ashamed, but to know that they are following your pattern, oh God. Your word tells us, Father, do not provoke your children to wrath, and not just fathers, mothers. God, you know that as parents sometimes we do some provoking things. And so, Lord, I pray that you will help, that you'll give them the grace, Father, to break the curse of unforgiveness and anger, oh God, in the name of Jesus, by pouring in the oil of forgiveness, oh God, and saying, I am sorry, forgive me. So, Lord, do this today, I ask you, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.